Andrew Moon Bain. This is Laurent, Tippy, Alfred. This is Jah David. We are the Riddims Kings. We're a production collective. We're here at Tuff Gong Studios International in Jamaica, Kingston, and we're here to track some new riddims today.
All three of us are producers, so we all come with different ideas for arrangements and production. And we come with different chord progressions sometimes we don't. We come empty to a session and create on the spot. But the idea is to build rhythms, build musical arrangements that we're gonna use to voice different artists on. Personally, I'm gonna be playing keys on this session, organs and pianos mostly.
I'll play the guitar.
I play bass player.
Yeah, we're bringing in Squidly Cole today. He's a wicked drummer. He played for the Marleys and many other artists. Before we became like a collective, we each kind of had our own little independent label.
Big, what do you mean?
Yeah, big independent label.
Yeah, okay.
This is Zion High Productions.
Yeah.
It released different projects. Mine was Lustre Kings. It still exists. I grade records from the Virgin Islands. From St.
Oh, the St. Croix, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then we all colleagues, we started kind of sharing, collaborating, and then we kind of come together and have creative writing sessions together. You know?
Well, what happens is, right, we build these rhythms. We're gonna end up with 20 to 30 rhythms before this week is done. And then we have a draft day. We have a draft day that can be some tension, you know, because we decide who gets which rhythm exclusively and then which rhythms we share. Because some rhythms will share.
No, I'm my rhythm that man.
Straight.
Some will be exclusive. It's like, hey, on this album I wanted to have, you know, a certain character, so I don't want anyone else to use this rhythm.
Yeah.
But in the past, it would be like, yo, I'd be like, Tippy, man, I heard that track on such and such album. Could I use it for Luton Fire's album?
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
that might actually develop into a segment in a true yard style where they have one rhythm and you feature like 10 to 15 different artists on the one rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I need a bass line, I holler at Jadi. If they want some guitar work, they might holler at me.
That
I
too.
say, Tippy, I'm working on an album, can you put some keys on it? And rhythms we started alone at home or with a different session, then kind of become a collective Zion Kings production
And
because
we'll even
we've
mix
all
it.
contributed.
Collaboratively, we'll mix them as well.
I'll be like, man, I got 8 songs to mix. Can you mix 3 for me, please? You know what I'm saying?
Enough email, you know what I mean? Yo, turn up that bass in this one. Yo, take down the voice in that one. You know, and that's how we do. We share by email too. I'll email them the track.
Yeah,
you know
a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Like the wave file, the actual wave files of if Moon tracks a guitar or whatever, he'll send it over the email, and then I'll import it into my Pro Tools session and mix it.
Solid man. Solid one too.
We're going through this analog desk, as typically saying, Spotify with APIs, tracking that all into Pro Tools. We can edit, rearrange, track our overdubs at home onto the basic foundation of what we cut here today. We take going through the analog board into the digital DAW.
And we usually cut to a click too, to keep it on a tempo grid.
Yep.
Make editing a lot easier, keep the tempo locked in. You know what I mean? But different drummers can feel it out, so.
These two will be here in the control room and I'll be out there. And the amp was put into a seclusion room. So me and the drummer will be in that large room with the guitar because we want to track the guitar through the amp. Get the authentic sound. Yeah, mic up the amp. Yeah, so you know, something of interest, like we got everything in Pro Tools. I did a mix earlier where we were looking for a drum roll. Tippy sent me over a bunch of drum roll snips from various sessions. So the track I was mixing earlier was a program beat that I sequenced in Logic, flew out to Pro Tools, tracked a live bass. Jadi actually cut the bass for me in Florida, sent it up, flew it into the Pro Tools session. So at the final, here I am at the last day of the mix, and I said, man, I want to give this a little bit more of a reggae feel. Tippy, give me some drum roll sound. So he, from a previous session of like a 24 track of what we're doing today, found the right drum roll. So then I flew that into the program drum mix to give it a little feeling. it's always a joy and a treat, really, when we can all be together. But we all individually, because we're so busy, we have our independent projects and labels, we all stay working. Then we can all like draw for each other if we need, you know, the service that each one is kind of specialized in. Tippy does do programming. I do sequencing and programming. I've gotten the pleasure and the privilege of hanging out with Matt Shadetek, showing me things on Logic. I've definitely dived a lot deeper into it. I came up sequencing on an MPC 2000. Now I'm using basically just a little Akai MPK mini in my laptop, doing basic demo writing, ideas in Logic. And sometimes now those ideas take into the live studio. Like today, we might try out some of these ideas and feel like, yo, this is gonna be the best with a live band.
Babylon and equality, York, a giant. Them a make sure the traits of the little marvel mind, so me fine.
I was on YouTube because I've been meditating on dub and dubbing out a lot of my back catalog. I saw this Dubspot video of DJ Kiva doing a song called Guided Dub, and he was using the APC in a way that just blew my mind, because I'd always been thinking how to do this thing without bringing a big board and a heap of outboard gear. This method that Kiva revolutionized uses the APC in a unique way, using the clip launch buttons as sends, as effect sends, and the faders as ways to control the different stems in the rhythm. So I linked up with Kiva through the email. I was in New York, so he gave me a couple lessons on how he does it, and since then I've just been moving with it. I-grade dub is what we're pushing, and I-grade dub is a chance to present the music, this sound, in a unique format, because what we do in St. Croix is we have different artists who come on and I'll live dub mix as the vocalists sing, which gives the artist the great experience to drop out, you know what I mean? Like when an artist wants to sing a verse, I'll drop it to bass alone, or just rhythm, just keys, drop out the drums, bring in this effect, bring in that effect. So it's a way more dynamic show than just a track show. Because, you know, in the reggae world, you have a lot of track shows that, personally, as a fan, I don't like to see. It's so disappointing when I see an artist who is singing roots rhythms, singing to a DJ track. But I know the reality. It's a financial reality, because we all know right now what's happening with the music industry. Me, as a label owner and a producer, I'm trying to find a different model, a different way to push the sound still. One thing that the APC setup is allowing me to do is to get my laptop, my APC, a couple effects units, in a couple bags, and go on the road.
Watch how the root power spread down the floor to the nation. Motivation is my natural meditation. Walk the street and watch how it blow.
Study the foundation, listen to the music, and listen to all genres. You know, I don't just listen to roots reggae, all genres, but every genre has the foundation and the teachers, the legends, you know?
Get to the root.
Study that. As an engineer, study your science as much as your art. I learned so much from different magazines and websites and just having a thirst for the knowledge of how to engineer, you know?
I would advise all upcoming producers to solo your tracks. Just listen to the kick drum and the hat together for 3 hours. That feels good, then add in the bass. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. It's you get hyped and you're inspired, but take your time with it. Solo your tracks. Make sure everything's sitting right in your mix and in the way of the feeling and the pocket of the music.
I would say make sure that this is what you want to do, because it's not an easy road. This ain't an easy road. It's like you got to make sure you love this. Love music.
Yeah, music is
love what you do, because don't think you're gonna just come up in this thing and be rich, because it's not gonna happen like that. It may happen, but it's gonna take perseverance and livocation and all of these different qualities that you need to be a successful producer and person.
Big up to the Dubspot for having us. Big up to the whole Dubspot family. Big up all the young producers, all the old producers.
Big up Kiva, DJ Kiva. Big up yourself.
Yeah, all the
Shadetek.
foundation, man.
Rise above all the tasting line. Looking for the best in life. Looking for the best in life.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.